Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 68 of the regular season, where the Rangers win 5-4 in overtime over the Detroit Redwings. Welcome to Rangers hockey, where you'll beat Pittsburgh twice in regulation, but have the Sabres and Red Wings push you to the brink. 9 goals in this game, so let's just get underway. First one, Rangers force it into the offensive zone. They're trying to forecheck it around. Red Wings are trying to clear it, and Patrick Nemeth throws a really nice hit on Taro Hirose and throws him off the puck. Ryan Reeves collects the puck, carries towards the net, shoots. It's a rebound, and he banks in his own rebound. So it's a Ryan Reeves goal, unassisted, but you could give an unofficial assist to Patrick Nemeth, which is just a weird sentence to say out loud. And the Rangers take a 1-0 lead, and all is right with the world until like 10 minutes into the first period. Red Wings carry into the offensive zone. Michael Reusman has it, and he puts a shot on Georgiev, and alright, 4 goals against Alexander Georgiev tonight. And man, I think at best 3 of them are without a doubt on him, and maybe the 4th one isn't. But this one, for starters, is just, oh. I mean, the way he had his stick angled, it's like he was trying to score, and it's 1-1. So the first goal allowed was bad, and then the second goal was debatably worse. I understand that this is a power play goal, and I don't love putting power play goals on goaltenders. But when the goal is scored on just this type of opening, you kind of gotta be upset. Like, we've said this so many times. Every time Georgiev's in net, it feels like we talk about this. But the 5-hole, he just leaves it wide open. Look at this. It's like he's trying. It's a target. It is a target between his legs. How many times this season has there been a bad Alexander Georgiev goal scored because the 5-hole was just wide open? And then it is 2-1 Wings. But not too terribly long after, the Rangers would tie it back up at 2. Face-off in the offensive zone for the Rangers. Lafreniere in the face-off circle due to a false start from Filipino. So Laffy's in it, wins the face-off. Schneider gets it, passes it to Nemeth. He's along the blue line, takes a shot on net, and tipped in by Filipino to tie it at 2. This was just a really nice set play by the Rangers and beautifully executed. So you end the first period, and you feel very mixed, because I don't think the Rangers played a bad first period. The defense was looking fine. The offense was doing fine. 2 goals on like 11 shots is good. The problem was just Georgiev allowed 2 not wonderful goals, and that would continue because to start the second period, they're on a power play, and I don't like blaming power play goals on goaltenders, but watch the play by Tyler Bertuzzi. Takes a shot from the blue line, right? Big slap shot for the power play goal. Beautiful shot. Beautiful, just by Tyler Bertuzzi. But it's small, and it's subtle. But watch Alexander Georgiev on this play, and you can see that he's going the wrong direction. Again, it's very subtle, but you can clearly see that he's going to his left, and the shot was to his right. And that's just, I'm nearly speechless. Like, guys, he went the wrong way! 3-2 Detroit. But 12:15 into the second period, the Rangers would tie it back up, so the puck is cleared into the Red Wings zone, and it's going to be a puck race between Hornrick and Mika. And now, it kind of gets lost in it because it was an insane pass from Vetrano and an insane shot from Panarin. But man, Mika on his horse to get in there, beat him to the puck, and then bully him off of it when they're, with each other along the boards to get it to Frank Vetrano, who then tripped, and on his knees with a perfect pass over to Artemi Panarin, he rings one off the crossbar and in. What a beautiful sequence by the Rangers, and what an addition Frank Vetrano was. He has 6 points in 8 games with us. Guys, he had 19 in 49 with the Panthers all year long. What a bargain he was for a 4th-round pick. Also, in case anyone forgot, Panarin's probably going to have another 100-point season. I mean, he's just ridiculous. Another 3 points tonight. I believe that puts him at 80 on the year. Guys, he's silly. He's going to hit 20 goals again. He's probably going to have around 80 assists. Like, And no one's talking about it. It's just lost among all this, which is insane to me. Then you go to the third period, and like 6 minutes in, it's a face-off in our zone, and they pass it around. Mark Stahl has it at the blue line. He takes a shot on net. It is horrifically wide, and it bounces off of Adam Ernie's skate, and he puts a backhander on net, and it's such a muffin shot. Like, it's just such a weak shot on net. And Georgiev, why? Two things. One, where are you looking? And second, why is the 5-hole that wide open? And I know you're probably getting tired of me complaining about Georgiev's 5-hole, but like, this is such a problem. Most of the goals are just going through the fact that his legs are wide open. And so once again, Detroit takes a lead, and the Rangers now have to find a way to come back on the road in the second game of a back-to-back, but it's against the Red Wings. So, late in the third period, the Rangers get on a power play. We have it in the offensive zone, we pass it around, Artemi Panarin has it, and no-look passes are a neat thing, right? Because it's always just such a display of skill. But more than that, no-look passes can genuinely help. And you might say, well, yeah, obviously, but you can really see it in just perfect timing on this pass by Artemi Panarin to Chris Kreider. Panarin doesn't look to Kreider. He knows where he is, and he's going to put it right tape to tape because, of course, he is. But because of that, the man covering Artemi Panarin can't start to move to Kreider for just a hair of a second later than he would have liked to have if Panarin looks over at him. And if you look at where his stick is when Kreider gets the shot off, there's just enough that if Panarin looks to Kreider before passing it, maybe he gets a stick on there, and maybe he disrupts the shot by Chris Kreider. He doesn't. Kreider banks it off a skate, and in his 46th of the year, Christopher James Kreider is hitting 50, and you can't stop him! And the Rangers tie it for a piece in the waning minutes of the third period. So on to overtime. And as hard as I was on Georgiev in regulation, I will say he made a few really nice saves in overtime. So in overtime, Rangers have it, and we got to watch Andrew Copp do a magic trick, because in this shot, you can see that there are two players right near Andrew Copp, both looking at him, going, ah, look, a player. And then a matter of seconds later, they are nowhere near him. He disappeared and then just reappeared wide open in a 2-on-1 with Artemi Panarin. He passes it over to Andrew Copp. He buries it and scores the OT winner. All right, who did I think played well? Let's get to that portion, shall we? For starters, man, the deadline acquisitions just seem like an absolute masterclass by Chris Drury, right? Andrew Copp, another goal. Frank Vetrano, primary assist. I mean, they're ridiculous. Also, underappreciated, but I feel like Tyler Mott has been deceivingly good towards that bottom end of the Rangers. Granted, he's a fourth or third line player, but realistically, the fourth line. But man, he's been just a grinder. He's been getting scoring chances, and the fourth line has just looked offensively better since he's been a part of it. I mean, Reeves had a goal tonight. I believe there was a fourth liner goal the past couple of nights. They've looked much better. And the third line, I thought, played really, really well. I think the third line is just fantastic right now. I mean, Goudreau, Hedl, and Lafreniere look like they were built to play together as a line. They look fantastic. I thought Lafreniere, this is very random, I thought Lafreniere had the best shift of his entire NHL career on that one right before the hooking call against Lindstrom. He hooks Alexei Lafreniere, but on that shift, Laffy just throws a guy off of the puck to get it to another player who gets a shot on goal that is stopped. He steals the puck and puts a shot on goal. He was buzzing the entire time. Like, this was another game where Laffy looked great, and on that shift, it was just like, I don't know how he didn't score. And we can keep going up. The first line was good. They look good. They're just good. Second line, I mean, wow. Also fantastic. Artemi Panarin with the 3-point night. He looks amazing. He and Andrew Copp are just getting along swimmingly, and as soon as Ryan Strome gets back, oh, that second line's going to be deadly. Defensively, I thought we played a pretty tight-knit game. I mean, all three pairs looked good. I thought most of the goals were in front of Alexander Georgiev. I'm sorry, Georgie. But I thought the Fox-Lingard pair looked better. The Trouba-Miller pair just again, continues to be one of the best pairs in the National Hockey League, and they looked, again, locked down tonight. And the Schneider-Nemeth pair looked good. Nemeth had a point, had an unofficial point in my book on the first goal. He had a couple of nice defensive plays. I'm praising Nemeth. I never thought that would happen. So overall, was this a good win? You had to win in overtime against the Detroit Red Wings, and it was a 5-4 game, so it wasn't like you got goalied and, you won 2-1 or 1-0 in overtime. It was a bit of a mess of a game. That being said, when it's the second game of a back-to-back with travel, you get a little bit of an asterisk, and you say, all right, you know what? You got the points, and that's what we care about. So let's leave it at that and get ready for Friday's game, April 1st, against the Islanders, and we're going to be back in MSG for that. I will be here afterwards to talk about it. And until then, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.